Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are jumping into a really big topic, one that gets people talking, for sure. We're going to look at what the source material has to say about meat and its role in our energy.
Okay, so let's just get right to it. For what feels like forever, meat has been caught in this nutritional tug-of-war. Is it good? Is it bad? But what if we just quieted all that noise for a second and look at it like an engineer would? Is it possible that meat isn't the villain it's sometimes made out to be, but maybe the most efficient fuel source our bodies have been missing? Let's take a look at what's actually inside it for yourselves.
So, to get to the bottom of this, we're going to break it down into 4 parts. First, we'll think about your body as a high-performance engine. Then, we'll go looking for its spark plugs. We'll also get into why the quality of your fuel is so important. And finally, we'll meet the repair crew that keeps the whole system in top shape.
All right, first up, your cellular engine. You know, maybe the best way to understand what our bodies need is to stop seeing them as just a collection of parts and start seeing them for what they really are, an incredibly complex and sophisticated machine.
I love this quote because it really nails this shift in thinking. I mean, if you see your body as a high-performance engine, then it just clicks, right? It needs specific, high-quality fuel to run at its best. It's not just about getting enough calories, it's about getting the right raw materials. And this is exactly where that fuel gets put to work. Right now, as you're watching this, trillions of chemical reactions are firing off inside you. They're creating energy, rebuilding tissue, powering your thoughts, everything. And all of it, every single reaction, depends completely on the parts and pieces we give it through our diet. So if the body's an engine, then what acts like the spark plugs? Well, that brings us right to our next section, nature's spark plugs. These are the tiny but absolutely essential micronutrients that literally ignite the whole process. Let's start with vitamin B12. People call it the energy vitamin, and for good reason. What's so wild is that, according to the source material, you can really only find it in animal products. Without enough B12, some of the most basic energy-producing pathways in your cells, well, they just can't do their job properly. And then you've got heme iron. Now, sure, you can get iron from plants, but the heme iron from meat is what's called bioavailable. Basically, that means it's in a form your body can grab onto and use way more easily. And what's its main job? It's the taxi service for oxygen, delivering it to every last cell. No oxygen, no energy. It's really that straightforward. And we absolutely cannot forget about zinc. The best way to think about zinc is like a master key. It's a cofactor, which is just a fancy way of saying it's a helper molecule that unlocks the ability for thousands of crucial chemical reactions to happen in the first place.
So you see, these nutrients aren't just sitting around, they're active players. The sources point out that zinc is a helper in over 2,000 different reactions. Magnesium, which you also find in meat, helps out with over 300. They really are the spark plugs that make that engine fire on all cylinders.
Okay, so we've got our engine and our spark plugs. Now it's time to talk about the fuel itself. Because let's be honest, just like with your car, the quality of the fuel you put in makes a massive difference.
See, not all fuel is made the same. The source really matters. Animals like cattle and sheep are called ruminants, and they have this amazing 4-part stomach that works like a natural biofilter. It means they're incredible at processing what they eat, and that leads to a cleaner source of nutrition for us, one that's packed with more good stuff, like beneficial omega-3 fats.
But hey, if we want to talk about this super premium, high-octane stuff, we have to talk about organ meats. One source puts it just perfectly. Thinking of liver as food is one thing, but it's really like a multivitamin that nature made itself.
And the numbers here are, well, they're kind of mind-blowing. We're not talking about a little bit more nutritious. Organ meats can be up to 100 times more nutrient-dense than a regular steak. I mean, think about that. That's a massive amount of extra vitamins and minerals in every single bite.
For example, liver is just loaded with B vitamins and that super absorbable heme iron we talked about. Heart is one of the best sources of CoQ10 you can find, and that stuff is critical for your mitochondria, you know, the tiny power plants inside your cells. And other organs, they all bring their own unique, powerful nutrient profiles to the table.
Okay, that covers the fuel for energy. But our engine doesn't just need fuel, it needs constant upkeep. That brings us to the body's building blocks. This is the essential crew that's on call 24/7 for repair and maintenance. Now, the star players on this maintenance crew are the essential amino acids. And that word essential is key. It means your body cannot, under any circumstances, make them on its own. You have to get them from food, period. They are the non-negotiable foundation for pretty much every protein in your body. And this is where efficiency comes back into the picture. Sure, you can mix and match different plant foods to eventually get all the essential amino acids, but meat? It just hands you the entire toolkit in one easy-to-use package. It gives your body's repair crew every single tool it needs all at once.
So what does this crew actually do with that toolkit? Well, pretty much everything. We're talking about the constant daily repair of your organs. They're critical for keeping and building muscle, and they're even the foundation for making the very hormones and enzymes that run your whole body. Without a complete set of these building blocks, the work just grinds to a halt.
And it gets even better. Meat isn't just about the basic building blocks. It comes with its own team of specialists. You get creatine for that quick burst of muscle energy. You get carnitine, which acts like a shuttle bus carrying fats to be burned for fuel. You get carnosine, which helps protect your cells, and glutamine, which is a key fuel for your gut and immune system. So, if there's one big idea to walk away with, it's this. Maybe it's time to think about meat a little differently. It's not just another food group, it's a really complex package of high-grade fuel, essential spark plugs, and all the building materials needed for that incredible, high-performance engine that is your body. And that leaves us with a final question for you to think about. We've pulled back the curtain and looked at the mechanics based on what the source material shows us. So now that you see what's inside, how might you think differently about refueling your own cellular engine?